Wean from the milk. Wean from the milk. You growing up. You growing up. And you no longer need milk. You no longer need the breast.
Isaiah 28 verse 9.
You got to get the basics of what the will of God is, what the knowledge of God is all about, what it has always been about from the very beginning. You got to get that understanding first. And you got a lot of people that try to deal with Christ and they don't want to deal with the understanding from the very beginning. What was the understanding from the very beginning? That God had a chosen people. That has always been known from the very beginning. That's the milk. That God chose one people and he blessed that one people and he was only for that one people. Well, unless you ain't coming, if you're not coming off of that glass of milk.
1 Peter 2 verse 2.
Like what milk you drinking? And you're going to see to this agree the words of the prophets. Milk is what you start off with. That's what it without labor mean. Read on.
By the law, which is like unto fire.
By the law, which is like unto fire, is what we read. That blast of fire, that flaming breath, and that great tempest. That's the law that he's going to use. That's going to be coming out of his mouth. The sword that he's going to smite the nations, whom he's going to consume with the spirit of his mouth. That's what all that is talking about. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the answer to verse 38. Okay. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord our God, Jesus Christ Israel. Praise the YHWH. The Almighty Yahweh. Yeshavian, please. All right, so I'm taking long in these breakdowns, and we still have a lot to get through, so I'm gonna be real fast with the rest of these questions. Next question, please.
Yes, sir. My next question was in verse 19.
Next question in verse 19. Read verse 19, please.
Therefore they come into great perils and many necessities, like as these dreams declare.
Okay, what's the question?
May I have an example of what the necessities we're talking about?
You got to learn to pay attention to the scriptures. The example of what it's talking about is in the scriptures. Okay, read verse 19 one more time.
Therefore they come into great perils.
Therefore they come in great perils. Read on.
And many necessities.
Read on.
Like as these dreams declare.
Like as these dreams declare. An example. You saying you want an example of something that's already given. Like as these dreams made known. That's the great perils and the many necessities that they're going to come into. The dreams already made them known.
Come on.
What's next? Any other questions?
Yes, sir. My last question was in verse 20.
Verse 20, read verse 20.
Yet it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away as a cloud out of the world and not to see the things that happen in the last days.
Read on.
And he answered unto me and said.
Okay, what's the question?
The question was, why was it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things than to pass away?
Why was it easier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read verse 20 one more time.
Yet is it easier for him that is in danger to come into these things.
Okay, to come into these things, these are future prophecies. These are not prophecies that is taking place in the time that Ezra is in. So Ezra is complaining about the time that the people are in now. Okay, it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things. Read on.
Than to pass away as a cloud out of the world.
Than to pass away out of the cloud that's in the world. Read on.
And not to see the things that happen in the last days.
Okay, so you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's talking about the time that they are in. Okay, the time that's coming is much greater than the time that they in right now. The evils is going to be much greater. Things is going to be much more intense. So the danger that they calling themselves to be in now is nothing to be compared to what's actually coming. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So even if they pass away in the dangers that they are in now, that's still better than them being alive to see these things that's going to be coming.
Con.
All right?
Yes, sir. The water.
2nd Ezra chapter 13. Any other missed questions in 2nd Ezra chapter 13?
Yes, sir. We have a question upstairs.
Okay.
Shabbat shalom to Holy God and Comforter.
Shabbat shalom, sir.
Yes, shalom, sir.
Yes, what's your question?
My question
And what
is,
verse is your question in, rather?
yes, sir. My question is in verse 48.
All right, let's go to verse 48. Read verse 48.
But those that be left behind of thy people are they that are found within my borders.
All right.
Yes, sir. I would like to understand about the borders.
What about the borders?
Which borders is it speaking about, sir?
The land of Israel.
Okay. Yes, sir. The water, sir.
Okay. No, listen. I don't think you got a full understanding. Y'all got to stop asking half questions. But read verse 46.
Then dwelt they there unto the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come.
Okay, they dwelt there in Asdorus until a latter time. Read on.
The highest shall stay the springs of the stream again, that they may go through.
Read on.
Therefore sawest thou the multitude with peace.
Okay, read on.
But those that be left behind are thy people.
Okay, everybody didn't come. You understand that? So those that remain, read on.
Are they that are found within my borders.
Those are the ones that's still over there in the Middle East. Okay, so all the tribes of Israel didn't come over to this side. It's basically what it's talking about. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The water,
Next
sir.
question.
My question is in verse 33.
Okay, shalom, sister. Verse 33, you said?
Can.
Read verse 33.
And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land lead the battle they have one against another.
What's your question in verse 33?
When it says their own land, they're fighting in their own land or in the land of Jehoshaphat?
No, they're fighting in their own land.
So, okay, Tawada.
Is there some confusion? You got to hurry up.
I just don't have the words to put it.
Well, let me try to
now.
explain it to you. Is what's happening now. Every nation has conflict. Okay, and their conflict, they are going to be going to war. You have nations that's in battle now. That's in war. They got a war on terrorism and different things of this nature. What it's basically telling you is that the conflict that they have in their own land, they're going to all join together. They're going to forget about their problems against one another. Okay, and they're going to all join together to come and handle this, what they consider to be the greatest threat to their sovereignty on earth, which is Jesus Christ's return. They all going to join together and come to fight him. They're not going to be fighting each other no more. You get it?
Tawada.
Okay. 2nd Ezra chapter 13.
Shabbat shalom, Holy God and Comforter.
Shabbat shalom. How you doing, sister?
Tawab. My question was in verse 16.
All right, verse 16. Let's read that.
For as I conceive in mine understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind.
Okay.
I just wanted to understand it, sir.
Understanding of this verse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got to look at it from my perspective. I understand it, so it's hard for me not to know what you don't understand.
Where it says, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, who's the them, and why is it woe unto them? And
okay, it's talking about the same thing. Them that are left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left.